What's up? I'm Joe. Holy new background, Batman! Yes, I moved. It was time for a change. You see, now and then I feel a bit stuck. Whether it's physically, emotionally, creatively, now and then everybody has a plateau. It's perfectly natural. If life has its ups and downs, that means it also must have its flats in between. But just like being stuck in traffic, the frustrating part about being on a plateau is the lack of motion. When I'm on my way somewhere, I would rather take a longer route that lets me keep moving the entire way than a short route that makes me stop every 5 minutes. Even if the shorter route would get me there sooner. I like to feel like I'm constantly making progress toward my goal, and if I'm not moving, then I feel like I'm stagnating. My life was getting emotionally cluttered. I had so many things going on that I didn't know what to do about any of them. Sometimes when you can't tackle a problem head on, you have to hit it from the side. A couple of years ago, I read a book about Feng Shui, the ancient Chinese discipline of arranging things in auspicious ways to help improve the flow of good qi. Now, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it was pretty out there. For example, I don't believe that rearranging my bookcase is going to improve the relationship with my father. Thanks, son, but a phone call would have been fine. But I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. I did like one thing about it, and that's the metaphor that it made linking emotional clutter to physical clutter. Or, put more simply, as outside, so inside. All of this chi flow mysticism aside, the basic principles are pretty easy to understand. If you jam up your space with too much furniture or junk, it becomes unlivable. You have to crawl over your piles of books and clothes, and you're spending so much time digging through these piles of junk, looking through your things, that the physical junk becomes mental junk and causes you all sorts of stress. Now, it also works the other way. If you're really stressed out and in a hurry, you can't clean up after yourself, and then your mental junk manifests itself in physical piles of dishes and things that need to be done, which then feed back into your stress. It's just this big cluttery circle. So I decided that because I feel stuck in my mental space, I had to give my physical space an overhaul. Now, the main thing about this physical junk is that each little item is a piece of guilt. I feel bad about the gift that I never used or the borrowed book I never returned. Each little item in that pile was staring at me with its accusatory lack of an ability to stare, and I had to walk by these things every time I wanted to exit or enter my room. That's no good. I had to get that handled. First, I made a scale diagram of my room and furniture because I'm just that kind of nerd, I guess. This is what my room used to look like. I got rid of the futon and then this stack of shelves, which was the Mount Everest to my Himalayan junk range. I also decided to switch out my desk for a new one while I was at it. Now I was free to experiment with different setups. It was important to me to switch things around. I wanted to be sleeping and writing and working in new locations to shock my autopilot a little bit. This is another Feng Shui principle that I think works. Placement of your big objects define your routine. I bet you could walk from your bedroom to the bathroom without ever opening your eyes. Because you have every single turn and corner memorized, right? That route is ingrained into your body, into your bones, into your muscles. It's part of your routine. So if you're looking to break a plateau and take yourself off of autopilot, it makes sense that you have to force yourself into new routines by switching up the topography of your environment. So here's what I ended up with. Only problem? The entertainment center had to go, which meant that I had to deal with all of the junk that was on it. And then give the room the cleaning of a lifetime. Here we go. Tackling 15 plus years of accumulated belongings was a real mental chore, but I found that it was really easy to get rid of the stuff once I adopted the mindset. It was tough at first to say goodbye to some things, but I knew that that was just the pain of hacking up that cluttery hairball, and I'd feel much better once it was done. And look, I found all these cool things that I had totally forgotten about. Who has these anymore? Are you serious? Hello? Canadian money? Doesn't do me any good. This dapper octopus. Protect your nuts. I made this bag, and it works, and it has a snap. Look, and inside, you can hold things in there. Got some Quidditch goggles. You know, like you do. It says toilet water. It's supposed to be like eau de toilette, or if it's something you're supposed to drink and it's funny because it's toilet water. I don't, why would anyone have this? Why have I had it for like 8 years? A lock, a combo lock? I don't know what it's to or what it's for, but shit. For me, anecdotally, my mental clutter cleared up as soon as I cleared up my physical clutter. Even though I haven't moved, I really do feel better about the place I'm living. I feel like it's totally transformed, even though it's the same space. I still don't really believe in Feng Shui as this complex code that resounds with the energies of the universe. I kind of think that things are just things, but it doesn't matter whether Feng Shui works because of some mystical geomancy or because it has good guidelines for organizing your stuff. The important thing isn't why it works, but that it does what I need it to do, which is to help me focus on the things that I want my life to focus on. So next time you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, try clearing up your physical space. You might just get a clearer picture of the things that are blocking you mentally as you clear up the physical clutter that's in your way as well. And who knows, you might still have that problem, but at least you'll have a cleaner room. 50 XP for watching. Peace and love.
Boo.